What is up, everybody? I am Get Flanked. Today we're going to be breaking down this gunfight right here, okay? We'll be talking about what I did right, wrong. There's one big decision that I made that I think really helps me out, and I wanted to relay that to you guys. Now, I want to be clear. This is not me saying that I did everything right in this situation, and it's not me trying to say that I'm some type of beast or really good at this game and an expert at PvP. It's just a situation in which I think I played and made a good decision, and I think it's worth talking about, and I think it could help anybody who's just getting started, maybe doesn't have a ton of FPS experience. There's some core concepts here that I think could pass on, but a lot of times when I've made these videos in the past, the thing that really helps is the comments. You know, there's going to be people watching this video that have much more knowledge than me. If you have any ideas, any advice, put that down in the comments and we can all learn together. Now, before we get into the breakdown, I do want to remind you, there's a good chance that I'm streaming over on Twitch right now. Come over and say hello, introduce yourself in the chat. Let's talk some Tarkov. If I'm not live at the time, just drop a follow and you'll see me on the next one. All right, just to set the stage for you, I am playing on Interchange. I'm solo, and I'm working on the task where you have to go and find the books and then turn them into Ragman, I believe. So I'm in that bookstore right now. I turned up the light a little bit. We all know how dark Interchange can be. So in editing here, I tried to brighten it up a little bit. It might not look quite normal. That's why, but it'll allow you to see the enemies better, which I think is beneficial. So I'm playing by myself, and let's let the first part play here. All right, so we killed the first one. We know there's at least one more. A couple of things I'll say up to this point is that you'll notice that whenever I got to that area, I got behind cover and kind of collected myself. I recommend you do that when you are going to be vulnerable. So I'm going to be vulnerable by going and picking up this book. If you're going to go loot, if you're going to have to look for a key or something like that, kind of take a second to stop, listen to if there's any footsteps around you to make sure you're going to be okay to be vulnerable for a second, okay? I think that was probably the difference in this gunfight. I stopped, I listened, I heard their footsteps. So whenever I came around that corner, I was prepared for a gunfight. I had some cover. I leaned around the corner. He was out in the open and it made him an easy kill. That's probably the big thing from that sequence that I would pass on. Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure it's just a two-man. I killed the first one. I'm going back and forth with the second. We've exchanged a good bit of gunfire here, and last thing you saw me do there was push way further back in the store. And the reason for that is I had been peeking on both sides of that cover. The last time I saw him, he was on a pretty nasty head glitch. Maybe he could shoot over it, maybe he couldn't, but I could just see the top of his head. I felt like he knew I was going to peek either left or right on that bookshelf, and whereas he had better cover than I did, if that makes sense. I also kind of felt like it was inevitable that he was going to send a grenade my way. I didn't have a grenade, shame on me, but a lot of times in these gunfights, when you know a person knows where you are and you're kind of going back and forth between cover, they're going to throw a grenade behind that cover to either push you out or try and kill you. So I felt like I was really susceptible to a nade in this situation. Now I can hear him fighting scavs, and that's a big opportunity for me, okay? He's distracted by the scavs, so I'm going to use that distraction and the fact that I'm further away from him now to reposition over to the side in a place where he's not expecting me, and hoping that his gunfire and the scav footsteps and the fact that I'm further away will mask my footsteps and he won't know that I'm doing this. All right, it got a little sketchy there, but we got him. And I was right about the nades. He threw 2 nades right where I was. Probably would have died to those if I would have stayed there. The difference in that gunfight was that big reposition for me over to the side. He had no clue that I was there. As I watched that back, me sprinting over there does make me cringe a little bit. I probably should have like had my sights up, looked his direction. If he had been holding that at all, I could have been an easy kill there because I just like sprinted over there, not looking his direction at all. Probably something I could have done better there, but I got to a place where he didn't expect me. While he was distracted, he had no clue I was over there. I think I could have chosen better timing for when I shot him. His back was turned to me. I decided to shoot him through a tree where I couldn't really see him. If he came out and landed that first bullet on my face, I would have died there. So I kind of made a mess of it there, but the reposition was a smart decision and it was the difference in this gunfight, even though I tried to mess it up at the end. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this, maybe even learned something. Again, if you have some suggestions, anything I could have done better, any advice, put them down in the comments. Can't wait to see that from you all. If you enjoyed, please make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.